Hello, friends. I recently got, well, today, just a few hours ago, I got my social security card in the mail. I wish I could show you, of course, because it's like, that's so exciting. I wish I could just show you the fun thing that I have in my life. I mean, social security cards are not typically like, whoa, but it's great for me because it has my name on it, my chosen name, finally, and it feels like official, and it feels like great. There's nothing the government can do to stop me from being myself. And, this will be, this is my next step to getting my ID. That's it. Like, now I can go get my ID that has my real name because I've done the court order and I've done the social security card. So, next I can get a non driver state ID that has my chosen name on it, and it's wonderful. Um, I signed the social security card and I did it a little stylized. It's shortened, but then it's also got a little flower at the end, and I think that's fun. I've got this um I've got a tag that I often use where I'll put a little flower on something. Like my username has a flower on it. It has a sunflower, but that's not what I usually draw. Like it's just a sort of it's an identifying tag that I use when I like write my name or when I sign things. Sometimes I'll use a little flower. Imagine like an asterisk, but instead of lines, it's petals. Like that's what the flower looks like when I draw it, and it's cool. And I've always liked that, and I've always thought that's a little symbol that I associate with myself. You're allowed to use signatures that are stylized or have symbols in them or are just a symbol. That's legal, and you can do that. It's encouraged to have your signatures match when it comes to like legally binding contracts and things. But when it comes to IDs and social security cards, it's still encouraged, but not like as mandatory. And it's important that it matches or that it's identifiably yours. Um, so, like, I think they'll still be able. I don't really know what kind of signature I'm gonna do for my ID because the system is different there at the DMV. You have to use a stylus uh and you can see what you're writing on the screen, but it's still a digital signature. It's not the same as looking down at what you're doing with your hand. It's like you have to look up at a screen. So I think I'll probably just write Syd. Like I'll probably just write my first name because for my driver's license, I just put my first name. Or well, not driver's license. Like I said, this is a non-driver state ID. I am not a driver at this time. I'm kind of scared of driving, and I don't have the money to get a car, and I don't know how to drive. So, for the moment being, I am not a driver. Maybe in the future though. But yeah, I've got this non-driver state ID, and yeah, for the first time I did it, I just put my first name, and I think that'll be fine for the second time around. I don't really think they're gonna make a fuss about it if I just put Syd for my official true ID. I mean, it's kind of silly to put importance on your legal stuff because it's like this is just stuff that the government uh it's government related, and as an anarchist it's like why should I care. But I care because there are some contexts where you have to show people your ID, and it's like I don't want to show them something that isn't the name that I want. So that's why it matters. But you know anyway. um Yeah, so I've got my social security card now, I can get my new ID, and I guess that's what's going on there. In other news, there's other good things going on for me. There's some bad stuff though. Like today, I tried to go get a job. I tried to go get two different jobs at two different places. One of the locations was closed down, and the other one was like not where I thought it was, and it was like I and that was that happens to me sometimes. I mean, I knew how to get back home, but I didn't know how to find the restaurant that I was trying to apply to, so that sucked. But I know where it is now, and I'll just go day after tomorrow. I can't go tomorrow because tomorrow we're having a pride stream. Ooh, pride stream. Yay. Yeah, it's gonna happen tomorrow at 5 p.m. CDT. So have fun and be happy and be excited because that's what's happening. Uh, so Yeah, it's gonna be great. Um, and you should join. You should join. You're welcome to come if you're LGBTQ plus or if you're not. You can show up either way, and you're invited. Um, I I'm not biting to like thirst trap you. I know I just bit my lip like a fuckboy, but I'm just thinking. I don't know. I was just thinking. It was a contemplative lip bite. It wasn't. I'm not trying to seduce you. I'm not trying to seduce you. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, but I what else? Oh, my mom. She told me on the phone. We were talking on the phone recently, and she said that. Well, actually, this was in text, mind you. This wasn't a phone call. I misremembered. But she said that if I'm still not having regular income in by the time I run out of my meds, she will set aside some money for me so that I can have an emergency fund available if I need that. I also got some cards in the mail from the drugstore so that I can have like a savings card, so that I don't have to pay such high prices for my medications. And that is great. I'm terrified of running out of my meds, and I'm terrified of what would happen if I had to go through that again. That was a terrible experience. So I've genuinely been I've been feeling the benefits of my new medications. I mean, I've really been feeling better. So yeah, I'm not really gonna disclose what I'm on. But it's good, and it's helping me, and that's all that matters. Um, so my mom's gonna help me with that, but I'm still job searching. I'm also intending on trying this thing called swag bucks, which is unfortunately related to PayPal, which is unfortunately made by Elon Musk. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. If this is one of those things where I'm factually incorrect, then I'll tell you in the comment section. But at this time, I'm pretty sure that Elon Musk is the guy who made PayPal. He's the PayPal guy, right? He did PayPal? I thought he did, right? That's why he's so rich, because PayPal took off. But anyway, yeah, unfortunately, I would have to get a PayPal and do swag bucks, but fuck's sake, there's something deeply sick and twisted and ironic about me, this desperate person, trying to scrape together some kind of money to help me with the shit that I need, just resorting to something created by such an evil, twisted billionaire. But the thing about it is, Swagbucks is a way where you can make a little bit of money just by like playing games, taking surveys, and I guess shit like that. It just little tasks is how they put it. It's just like, well, shit. I mean, I guess I'll do that. It makes me feel stupid like a hamster in a wheel, but I need money, and it's like you can make between $1 to $5 a day. I guess that's the average, and it depends on how much time you put into it. So, like, yeah, it's kind of like, doing little tricks to get little peanuts. It's ridiculous, but that's all I can do at the moment. Besides also applying to these other jobs. So I have some plans to also call up some places and get that done. So hopefully I'll be able to get my shit together. I'm already getting it together a little bit. I got this new social security card, and yeah, I'm trying to progress in life, and I don't want to just rely on my parents for everything forever. But they understand that I'm trying, and that I'm just not having a lot of luck, but a little bit in regards to transitioning into adulthood, because it's not just gender transition that I'm going through. I'm also like, I'm 19. I'm on the cusp of not being a teenager anymore. And that's strange. I got very used to being a teenager. I was very comfortable with that. And now it's like, well, you gotta be a young adult. And I'm in that realm where I'm a teenager and a young adult simultaneously. 18 and 19, that's when you're a teenager and a young adult at the same time. And I've been told that young adults are very much like teenagers, but just without the technicality of having their age end in teen. Nevertheless, I would like to invest in my future. I mean that. And I hate, again, it sounds so corporate if I say invest, And that's just like, wow, Syd, you've really changed. But I mean, I need to have some level of security and be able to rely on myself. I need to have money, uh, that I can use for. I need to make goals that will benefit me in the future, and so that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, there are things that I desire that I can obtain if I work towards it, I guess, or put in some sort of effort and uh bleh. It's kind of crazy, but there's been adventures involved, I suppose. There certainly has been. I recently made the playlist Syd's Stellar Name Change Saga that documents my name change adventures. And that's what I'm saying. It's like a saga, it's like a story, an epic, many twists and turns. Um so yeah, I'm glad that this could finally get done, and I'll probably go to the DMV pretty soon. I'll have to wait a long time, and what I mean is like when I say pretty soon, it'll probably be sometime after the day after tomorrow, because the day after tomorrow is when I have to look for a job, and tomorrow is when we do the Pride stream. So sometime after that stuff, but um what was I gonna say? But when I say I'll have to wait, what I specifically mean is the wait times at the DMV, because y'all know how that shit is. That shit's crazy. You gotta really like, you gotta really sit there for hours. So I'm gonna bring my Switch, my Nintendo Switch. I mentioned that a couple videos ago where I thought that I was gonna be able to go really like sooner than I actually could. I was mistaken. So yeah, I'll just go out when I can, and I'll have to wait a long time before I'll be able to get my new card. But that's just how it is when you go to get a new ID or a new driver's license. You gotta sit there for a long time. So that's okay. Whatever. I'm gonna get through it, and I'm gonna have some. My life will be easier after that. That's the thing. This is all worth it because my life will be easier after this, and I'll be a happier person. Um. So I wish you the best. I wish you the goddamn best. You you passed? Yeah, mixed signals. Ooh. Ooh, mixed signals. Yay. Funny to me, playing with your emotions. Perhaps I'm evil. Oh. Oh no. I'm evil. Ah, I'm evil. I'm evil now. Goodbye. Love you.